Hey guys, it's John Q with Q Questing, back to continue our adventure in Doki Doki. When we last left off, we had created a poem, don't quite know what it reads out yet, because they haven't gotten to read them yet, and we're learning more about Natsuki, and how she really loves manga, and how impressionable she actually is. So let's get started. Not to mention she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? Oh geez, whoa. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Aha. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Yeah, no one likes spoilers, Natsuki. Don't be like me, because I've been known to spoil stuff. Mainly because my friend keeps asking me what's gonna happen. It's like, oh, what happens? What's this? What's he gonna do? And then whenever I tell him, he's like, why did you ruin it for me? I'm like, bitch, you asked. You can't just be asking for spoilers and then get pissed when you get spoilers. That's how it works. Jesus Christ. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, from who it is rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there, haha. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hands it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monika just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? Say that mostly because I really don't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partially through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I had never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sari and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sari's is on a wrinkled sheaf, loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. It's raining pretty hard. Ooh. Shoot. Start with Monika's. I should start with Monika. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, John Q. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the clubs, like new activities or anything we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. The same, dude. It's not until, I'm really into whatever group I am where I'm like, okay, listen here, fuckers. This is what we're gonna do. Most of the time I'm like, okay, yeah, we can do that, sure, whatever. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, John Q. We're all a little embarrassed today, But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like it, John Q. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Yes, I did it. I chose the cute words and it came out cute. This will be great. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. That's what I was aiming for. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes, there's only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids if you think about them. They can express views of the world that can apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably wouldn't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning though. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, let's see what this is. Can I scroll? Okay, let's scroll. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction of the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. The fuck? That's some deep shit. Okay? Pretty deep shit. So what do you think? Fucking, I don't know. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Freeform, yeah. Fucking, oh my god. You write this stuff? Like, that's kind of like messing with my head. I'm like, holy shit, what are you talking about? Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a lot. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand. Go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. We're gonna choose Natsuki's last, so we'll go Yuri. Hers seemed like hers was gonna be horror, so... Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific riding habits that are usually typical for new riders. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognized in new riders is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a riding style separate from the topic matter and then form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammer is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different styles, skills, and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. She smiles dreamily at this rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Oh jeez. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay, she's a ghost. And she's nostalgic of the past. Everything's becoming modernized. Happens. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Jeez, that's actually really good. I mean, it's cursive and I could read it. And I'm not that good at reading cursive, so... What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Oh, jeez, did it really? Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Kyonkyu. It isn't? Then why did you flicker back? Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. I mean, I was close. I was pretty close. I just had the wrong part about her being a ghost. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn way of putting it. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that way. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Why is she counting on me? Now let's go for salaries. I wonder if there's like, there's a meaning in what order you pick them, who you pick first and who you pick last. I hope not. Jesus Christ, that'd be bad for me. Oh my goodness. This is so good, John Q. Is it really? I would like to read my own poem and see what the fuck I wrote. I know what words I picked, but God. I love it. Oh wait, why do you love it so much? This wasn't intended for you. God damn it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sorry. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. You fucking tard. You had me convinced that I was a good person, that I was good at writing, you know. You really got my hopes up just a little bit. So it's a good thing I didn't, go with you first, because then the other ones would have shot me down and be like, well damn, I guess I'm a worthless piece of shit anyways. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. I haven't been to Natsuki yet. Just quit. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a John Q poem. And that makes it extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. She hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, sorry. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really a part of this club now. Not mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, John Q. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sorry. I'm not sure if Sorry sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? And that's my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I'll look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. It started to, it was like kind of, and then it got a little bit better, and then it just went to shit right there. I want breakfast. Like, come on. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It sounds like just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Now, Natsuki. We'll end this once we finish hers. Okay, let's just start with the things I don't like. First of all, Noxie rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's why I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said, well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours wasn't really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Nasi retorts, gets caught in her throat. You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Nusky must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me do it if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. That's... Oh... What? Okay, lists all the things that certain things can completely do, but humans can't do any of these technically. They can only try to do it. I guess that's what she's saying. It's really rather short and simple, damn. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud then I won't take that away from her. Phew. Guess that's everyone. Then we'll end this one right here. And see what happens after having read everyone's poems. To be honest, my favorite poem... Fuck, I don't really know if I've liked any of them all that well. Though the ones that hit the best were probably Yuri's. But, who knows. But, we'll end it off here. And as always, until next time, look forward to our next quest. Goodbye.